Alright. Hi guys, and hello from nowhere. This is Nana, and I am practicing digital art, after 20 years of not doing anything. So I did a rough sketch. I'm trying to practice with some different brushes. This was done with the pencil brush. I'm doing it on a separate layer just for like my details. I figured I'd play into the nowhere theme and kind of do either a jackalope or a jackrabbit, but we'll work with what we got here. So there's that one. And I don't know if you know this, but jackrabbits actually have a pretty round head. I mean, they're not like perfectly round, so it's more like that with the other eye. But we'll kind of cross that bridge as we get there. So let's try to do a more let's do a more thorough. So I do like the ears. Oops. Yeah, we'll actually keep that one. And then I'm still kind of playing with how I like to do my art, but this is kind of the iron out the line art. Sweep it. Okay, now we're gonna get to the eye. They have huge eyes, but the trick is that they're actually kind of rounded and yet not like that. So let's do that one. I have some references on Pinterest that I pulled up on my other screen. It's too high. I want to do kind of rounded around like that. Very anime, but not necessarily. And then this actually kind of goes out because the other eye is off to the edge. I know it doesn't look perfect, but hang on. Bear with me here. And then go down a little bit, extend that nose. And yeah, there we go. That's better. It's definitely better. And we're gonna take this around. They have huge, powerful arms and shoulders. And we're actually gonna have him kind of looking off, kind of like that. Anyway, is it perfect? No. In fact, that ear should probably come down like that. And then if I wanted to, I could do... The other thing is that a lot of jackalopes use deer antlers, which is technically not right. If we're basing this off of like the North American jackrabbit, and then the North American antelope, they are... So antelope around here are actually pronghorn antelope, which are different. They have kind of like, oops, it's a little too far out. Too far. So I don't know if you can see this, but they have kind of horns that go out like that. And they're just little pronghorns like this. And then the other one would be kind of like that. So I have really been enjoying playing with crayon. And then we'll go back to my jackrabbit here. And we're going to start with a good sandy brown. Let's do a sandy brown. I'm going to start here, move down like there. Let's do full opacity. Let me swap back over to my reference for the North American jackrabbit because I have that pulled up. Okay. And then we're going to just kind of play. In fact, I'm going to use this to just kind of fill all this in. And it does follow the face structure. And then their chest area is brown. Yeah, their chest area is brown, while the rest of them is actually more of a salt and pepper gray. So we'll work with this for the bite for our base layer. Now, I'm gonna take it down and move that color some more because they have some. Zoom in a bit. I actually want more yellow tone, brown. I got some brown here. And then I've got that brown up here. Brown here. And some brown up in the ears. Okay, what I should do is I should sample my colors. Okay, and I can actually take that down for a darker color. And then we're going to narrow the brush. Let's narrow the brush. Got some brown over here. I'm doing this based off kind of like a 3/4 look. And then some of this thing kind of like contouring. It's all going to kind of blend in later. Let's just focus on the face for right now. And let's focus on the face. I also want to take so that will be, let's narrow it down some more. Let's narrow it down here to the nose. We're going to actually leave it alone because that's where the antler is supposed to go. But we can also add some here. And then I want some additional There's also usually a little dark patching here because there's an indent where the nose sits. And then there's some additional. He's looking kind of like a cat right now. Okay, let's circle back to some of that. Fill in some of those spots. Oops, that out. I want to do a secondary layer on top of this one. It has to do around the eye. Yeah, around. And this is where you really get that circle shape because we really have huge eyes. And we're gonna patch some in here. Here. Like I said, I am working off a semi-reference photo, but this is definitely an artistic interpretation as a rabbit. Oops. That's alright. We'll just leave it like it is. The world's not going to end. Now, I do need a spot of white. I'm actually going to go down to this flare just to kind of get that crayon blur. That's another thing about the crayon pencil that I'm really enjoying is that it blurs well. But if you want more definition, then you go up a layer. And then you can, like, over here, there's a spot. Because they have light around the edge of the nose to kind of give that definition. And then like up here, I am trying to get the additional definition. And then we go, I do actually want to do the reverse and go even darker because there's a lot of black and white on the rabbit. So like there's some black and white there. There's some black there. There really is some edge work down here to kind of give that definition. And then, this is kind of the jawline. And give that definition there. And now we can really kind of start working on that eye. But I do want to give just a little bit over here. And they do have a kind of, think of like a cat where they kind of have a stripe on top of their head. It's kind of cool. And they do have some little bit of a stripe right here. And then see how it's blurring because that's part of that original layer. So when I do another layer, leaving this on the eye, you can go in. I need that round. There you go. And then we're actually going to go up. Maybe I could have a little bit of a cat eye here, I swear. And then I actually want to kind of go in. It's kind of a red. They have like super red brown eyes. Yeah, like a rust color. And we're going to go in. See, since this is on the top one, I kind of want to go in on this layer to give them so it's underneath that cat eye that I gave him. Back up to the eye. Do some additional to kind of get that smudge shape. Doesn't have to be perfect, but see how it's got that definition? And then go in with a dark, kind of dark brown with a red transition. Okay, is that kind of what I want to do? Yeah, kind of sort of. And we're going to go in, we're going to add some more. Get that rounded edge. That rounded edge. With just. I'm going to actually swap over to white to get that. Almost. Because I want underneath the eye. Up here. Do it again. Not really. Bring it up. And if I feel so inclined, go up to the teeny tiny pen. So. Just up to the edge of that. It's just a hint. You see how it is? And they have whiskers, but we'll not get into that detail right now. Okay, so there's part of it. Alright, let's go back to my crayon. Here's my crayon. Okay, now we're going to transition into the blacks and whites, because there's a lot of salt and pepper on these things. So we're going to take these, oops, crab baskets. And actually we're going to transition over to like a cooler tone gray, because they are salt and pepper of a cooler tone. So there's one. We're going to transition up. Maybe turn that a little bit that way. Yeah, that's a really good color. And then we're going to go into the dark. A little blue. It's okay. Alright, we're going to blow our layer way, way, way up. And do I want to go in dark tone? No, I don't want to go in the dark tone. I want to go in with the lighter tone. That is not what I said. Dang it. Yeah, I don't mind if they kind of overflow, because again, this is the upper, it is his shoulder, so it is. You know, we're gonna go like that. A little bit over here. Yeah, I'm gonna work on his body for a while. Scrubby! Okay. Oops, yeah, the darker. I'm gonna go kind of in here. We'll get some more texture here in a bit. snare the brush so I can get into some other more of these define. Because there's his hip bone, there's his hip. Okay, I also want to take that, go lighter. And next layer, this is gonna kind of, well, no, that's not what I need. There was another way to do this. Okay, so we're gonna actually brush out the spacing, lower the opacity. We're gonna go over him to add back that texture some. In fact, you could even raise the opacity some, give him some more texture. Because they're got lots of speckles, they blend in. I kind of want, since that's okay, let's add some light. We're gonna go in with dark. Transition it over to that little brown again, just to kind of get that in there. And if I really feel inclined, I can even go in here with a Gaussian to kind of do some of that texture. Doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah. No, actually, I'd rather go in with the blur tool. Oh, overshot. Blur tool. So then you can kind of get those strokes just a little bit. That's alright. Alright, let's go back to my crayon. Yeah, black. Because I also want too far out. Let's do a thinner pencil. So over here. Because he's got some patches. Don't be afraid to go over the ground some. Fur against fur, and purple. I'm going to bring it down. So I do want to kind of give his elbow some definition. And then of course this needs some definition because that's where the deepest shadows are. And then we're going to get this one and add some highlight to his elbow because he's got some highlight there and some highlight on that fur. And so over here. Don't be afraid to scribble. Scribbles are the best. Scribbly scribble. Scribbly scribble. And then he needs some over here. And there. And then he does need just a little bit over here. And then I want to take another layer. We're going to go back to the brown because he does have just a hint of a streak right here where his floof, kind of his floof is floofing. Just a little bit of floof. Okay. Oh, and then he also needs some gray over here, because remember they have gray on the chest. And I'm going to actually go over this again with some of the brown. And they actually have some gray over here as well, so I'm going to make a bigger brush. Look at the spacing. We're going to start with the layer. What I should do is I should take this back behind that other layer some. And there with the brush. Okay, we're going to go white. Because I do have some white just along the edge of the face. The edge of the face, on the back of the ears. Add some dark. Some brown, because he's just definitely got some brown in here. It's all kind of mixed in here is where it gradiates. Some additional brown. Some dark again. Some of that dark. It's because it's the edge here. Does need just a little here. Because he's got a chin. He does have a chin. Just a spot of dark in there. All right. So now we're getting up to the ears. We're going to get up to the ears. All right. And then the ear does have a line there. And then so I'm only labeling a few of these just so I kind of have an idea of like where they are. Okay, so this is where we get a hint of pink. So what I want to do is I want to start with that color, pull it into the blue, pull it into the blue. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be smart. I'm going to make my brush bigger. Start there. Remember, it is a concave, so it's going to have some shadow in here, a couple of places. Actually, I'll do a thinner have some shadow here. This is where we need to kind of go into the pinks. Pull that up, actually, yeah. Do I want to go that far? Yeah, because it is a bit of a fleshy tone, so let's at least a little bit of a fleshy tone. Because they've got, you know, blood running through these things here. Oh yeah, that'll work. And then I actually want to add just a little over here as well. Because they are so thin, you can see the pink through the back of the ear. Put some there. Now, another layer. Narrow that brush. We're gonna start with some of the details. So up here, narrow that brush. Oops, that went a little wide. Narrow that brush. And then I do want to take that and go just a hint lighter for a different shade. Take that even thinner, higher opacity to kind of get over here to the outer edge. Because from my reference photo, I can see that they actually have kind of a white rim to the outside of their ears. Take that even lighter just to kind of give it that definition. I may go back with the actual pen to get some of that in there. In the meantime, take some of this to kind of give that definition there. Yeah, there we go. And then I want some more of that pink. Just, I know it sticks out right now, but give me a second here. Let me play with it. Let's go back to this other layer here. Blend that thing in there. Blend that thing in there. There we go. Blending, blending. It's just a hint of an outline. Very, very faint outline. Full opacity. That's too. I need a thinner brush than that. I'm gonna go in there with almost a pure black just to kind of get that definition. Alright. Outer layer. Knitting with an absolute hint of a white line. Just about. In fact, let's go up to the pen to really get that definition in there. the inside of their ears has this white line. Alright. Okay. Here's one ear. And I do want to kind of clean up that edge just ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. Overshot it. Okay. Which layer was that? This layer? Nope. This layer? Yeah, just look. Ooh, I got a good curve on that. Ooh, good curve. Okay, now we're back to this. This one over here. Go back to my crayon. And I want to add just a hint of that. Over here. There's just a titty little bit of that. Okay. I also want to add just a little bit of this. Farther apart. Bigger. Too far. Bigger. That didn't work at all. Nope. Leave it alone. Okay. Back to my ears. I want to do that other ear. Yeah, I want to do the other ear. What do I want to do? I think I'm going to start with one of the grays, actually. I'm going to do myself a favor here. Okay, well that didn't work. There it is, that's buttoning me, right? Way down here on this layer anyway. Son of a bitch. Good. Whatever. I give up. Whatever. I'm tired of that bullshit. Alright. What color should I go with? Brown or gray? Brown or gray? Let's go with gray. And then we're gonna go Oops. You know what I should do? I should make this behind that ear. Yeah, I should make that behind that ear. Well, so shit, our hell damnation. Start with the gray. Fine, you want to take it down that far? Let's take it down that far. I can take it all the way down here if I need to. I can put it down at the bottom. Fine. I'll say I can pick this fight. I can pick this fight all day long. Let me see if I can get a different angle so I can see kind of what the colors of the back of the ear are. Because they are more of the gray on the back. Yeah, they're more of the gray on the back. So this will be more artistic than me using a reference. Lucky number 13, way down here. Here, grab some pink. Yeah, that works much better. Okay, but I do want that one, a hint of white, and narrow down the layer, narrow down the paint brush. Okay, and layer. There we go. Here, I get that really good definition. It would help if I could get swoop right. Really good definition. There we go. Okay, go back to that layer. That's golden brown. That golden brown in there. Where's your brush? Make it swoop. Up, up. There you go. Now we go back in with the gray. Too far. Too undone. What am I missing? Let's go with that one. Okay. Yeah, just brown. That one. Run up the strokes, make it bigger. Get that textured in there. Okay, now I think we can go for the antlers. Alright, now the antlers on a pronghorn antelope are dark, like dark. They are like a dark brown and black. Oops, dark brown and black. Okay, so I want antlers. Alright, we're gonna narrow the pen down again. I want to start with, oops, my pen went somewhere. So there. Alrighty, then I want to go back down, grab the dark, narrow the brush, get the definition in there. In fact, I'm going to turn that off. Oh, cricking my neck. Been sitting too long. Don't panic, we'll have some more definition in this shortly. In fact, what I want to do is I'm going to take that brown. I just want to give it like a tone, undertone. Yeah, look at that warmth. Look at that warmth. See more? That warm undertone. Go up. Back to that one. Narrow the brush again. To really give it that definition. Really give that definition. Oops. Let's bring it around. A bit on the blue side, but that's okay. We take it to counteract that a little bit. Some highlights. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I do want to go in here with my blur tool. Because I do, I want, oh, like that, back up. Narrow it down. Narrow some of that down. Some of that down. There we go. Okay. Back over here to my crayon. To my crayon. Nope. Undo. Another. Oh, that's right. I'm on the bottom layer. Never mind. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then we're looking here. Layer and layer. Oh, that layer. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, and that'll be perfect. Nope, next layer down. And then just to kind of give it some extra oomph, I'm gonna go top and there, just for those final highlights. Because I want just a little bit of a, just like over here. And I kind of want to fix that line right there. Just smooth it out a little bit. Some definition here. Get that fur gradient in there. Just some spots of light, give him some more character. Technically, oh, I also need to up here, that layer. Am I on the wrong layers? There we go. Erase these real quick. Blue layer? Nope. I forget which layer I have these on. Nope. Nope. There we go. Go away for another day. There we go. Okay, so that's all cleaned up. And then go back to my original picture because check something. And then I do want to take that color. Alright. Hey, Jackalope. Jackalope, doop, 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 doop. And then maybe if I just really feel like it, I think I may add just a hint of like something in the background. Let me do something in the background. Let's do something in the background. Let's make it huge. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Alright. New file. Save as. This is going to be day, was it 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, no, 6. 6. Jackalope. And we will